This place is awesome. Wow. Wow. What do you guys think of this, huh? Beautiful. Welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Josh. If you like hunting, outdoors, camping, fishing type content, consider subscribing. I've actually never been here before. My buddy Zach was here the other day, told me about it. Today, I only brought one pole, and the reason being is because I got my baitcaster in. Today should be interesting to see how that even goes, because it took me 3 tries to spool that yesterday. I had nothing but issues. I got the Scorpion DC Reel 21 version. I am a beginner, but I wanted to buy something that I knew that was gonna last long. This is paired up with the St. Croix medium heavy mod fast one piece 7/6 rod. Not a very budget type setup. If you're gonna get into the sport of bass fishing or anything else, I recommend don't cheap out if you have the extra money. Now, if you don't, by all means, buy what you can afford. If you have a little bit more money to spend, buy yourself a decent setup that's gonna last a long time, that you're not gonna regret your purchase. End up just spending that money that you would have later on down the road getting something a little bit better. I did this setup based on a specific YouTube video, the best striper setup for rivers. I got the weight here and I got the slider mixed with the swivel and the hook. I saw a lot of people talking about it. I got the elastic string and I'm gonna tie the anchovies onto that. So let's see how this works out, get this set up. Check out this freaking backpack, dude. I don't know if you guys saw. If you haven't seen the last video, check it out, man. I struggled bringing my stuff into fishing. I mean, I was carrying the tackle box, carrying 2 fishing poles, including the camera, and it was just a nightmare. I really struggle with that. So this is not sponsored by any means. I physically purchased this myself. I got this Badium tackle backpack, and man, I'm loving it, to be honest. I mean, good value, less than $100. I got the 4 miniature 3600 tackle boxes included that are inside. You got holders everywhere. What's really cool about it is it's built-in side cooler. You'll see that here in a minute where I'm keeping the anchovies. Cool about this is it has a built-in little cooler section. And of course got the anchovies on ice. All right. Take a little head. I guess this is where that elastic stuff comes in. All right, we're gonna give this a whirl. I can see how this is supposed to keep it on your hook. Final product. Here we go. First ever cast with a baitcaster. I love the sound of that Shimano DC. So it's peaceful out here. I mean, obviously I did the reel right to some degree because it didn't come off, it didn't mess up. The reason I chose the Scorpion DC over the curado, however you say that, this has the new iDC5 brake system in it, which the curado does not have. That has the old DC4. One thing I do have set up on this, I have it on number 4 as far as like the braking system goes. If you're ever wondering why I wear these long sleeve hoodies, these are Bass Dash SPF 50. If you like any of the gear that I mention in these videos, make sure that you check the link in the video's description. I do make a small commission, but I'm not getting rich. So I think I purchased 5 of these myself. Oh dude, I caught some grass. Nice, dude. Caught a grass monster. Woo! Man, what do you guys think about that fish? That is a gnarly looking grass fish. This one's weighing in at, you know, probably 2 grams. Super pumped. All right. There's literally fish right in front of me, like not even 10 feet away. I don't know if they're feeding on the flies or what they're doing. It felt like I just had a little bit of a nibble. But again, I gotta get used to these poles and, you know, like the current. Comment below if you've ever fished a river before, how you identify your bite. I'm used to fishing lakes and whatnot, and there's just not quite the undercurrent that there is in a natural flowing river that's just constantly moving. So that undercurrent is just constantly traveling and taking your bait everywhere. Oh dude, another fish like literally right here next to me. Come on dude, eat the anchovy, son. Super nerve-wracking having my camera in the water. I'm standing in probably 2.5 feet of water right now, and the tripod is right there. This is what you'll do for YouTube and camera shots. You'll put your really expensive camera in the water on a tripod and hope for the best. Come on, fishes, dude, they're right here. Those look like little trout though. Gosh, now I wish I would have brought the other pole. Let me flip the camera around. Maybe you guys can see the rivets in the water. Oh, you know what they are? They're trout. They literally just went right underneath my leg right now. Okay, well, we know there's trout right here. The last 2 times I went out and brought 1 pole, literally there's been fish and there's been a reason to bring 2 poles. It's a little frustrating, but at the same time, like, I gotta be patient and get that first fish. Today was learning how to use this baitcaster, having the setup specifically for striper. I think it's really important if you have the capability and a little bit of a budget, even if you don't buy the best rods already set up for specific things. So this being like the striper setup, then I have the crankbait setup. I already have the spinning reel setup. That's like my drop shot worm type setup. To be honest, I'm kind of curious if I just throw a little marshmallow over there, what I'll get if I'm able to get one of these trouts. I say let's do it. Let's put a marshmallow on and see if we can get one of these trouts. All right. We weren't having any luck on the anchovies, but hey, the elastic strap thing worked. But the little trout that's right here, this is too big of a hook, but we're gonna toss in some of these marshmallow trout baits and see if we can catch one of these trouts right here. So yo, let's check this out. Yo, there we go. They're probably gonna see my hook, dude, but whatever, you know what I mean? It's worth it. Oh, there's some right here. The trout are everywhere, man. Oh, a couple of ducks just flew over. All right, let's give this a whirl. We don't have to cast very far because they're literally like right in front of us. Perfect. That cast landed straight in front of where those trout are at. Hopefully they're about that marshmallow life, dude. I can't believe that these trout are not picking up this bait. It's landed on them. I mean, there is literally trout everywhere. Freaking fish are jumping in front of me. If I don't get a bite here in the next couple minutes, I'm going to switch back to the anchovy. If anything, man, it's a super beautiful day. I definitely have a lot more fun running a baitcaster than I do a spinning reel. And maybe that's because it's new to me, so the whole newness of it is really exciting. I don't know, comment that below if you ran into that before, and once you get to the point of, well, yeah, I use a baitcaster all the time, maybe you just become accustomed and the excitement just goes away. All right, I tried the left side where I was. I'm gonna go move down the river a little bit now and try down there. And pretty much if I don't get anything over there, I'll probably just wrap this video up. Oh shoot, I left my bait over there. Dang it. I gotta go on a rescue mission to go get that trout bait. Well, I did my good deed. Not only did I save my trout bait, but I picked up some crap that was floating in the river. Maybe the fish gods will be like, you know what? He deserves a fish now. Okay, life's lessons today are, I don't care what I say, every single time I go fishing now, I'm bringing 2 rods. Oh, check out this little freaking jet boat. How rad is that thing? When you clearly see that I'm fishing and I'm way away from you, please don't come within 5 or 10 feet of me just to stare at me like a freaking weirdo. That made me super uncomfortable. Yo, dude, I caught some more weeds. How often are you supposed to change your bait? The freaking little elastic thing's coming off. I literally just made out with my own anchovy. So don't tell nobody. If you get a Shimano, I recommend getting the Scorpion or the curado DC, even the SLX DC. If you've never used a baitcaster like me, I still have yet to backlash, and I've never used one before. This is my first time casting one. It just goes to show that their product 100% works for newbies like myself. Now, if you've been following along in the journey, this is gonna be my 3rd video of fishing. Now, granted, each one I feel like I'm trying something new, especially when you're learning to bass fish altogether. Thing that frustrates me a bunch is that, you know, I'll get people to comment, you're not even catching anything, you know, or whatever. And the reality is, when you see a bunch of people super successful, you're not seeing the tons of edited footage that they turn the camera on and off. If you're new or wanting to get into bass fishing, watch a channel like mine where I'm learning myself. I'm learning to coyote hunt. I'm learning hunting. I'm learning how to overland camp. I feel like there's not a lot of people that are willing to share because they want to just come off as, you know, they're perfectionists and they've done this 1,000 times. I want to show the realness of this is what happens. There's a lot of times you're going to be successful and there's a lot of times that you're not going to be successful. Being out here in Arizona, it's always super bright. It's always super hot. Definitely when you're fishing, you need polarized glasses. This is a brand that I'm sure you've seen called Nevin Eyewear. They do a buy one, get 2 free. Super rad company. I actually am having them replace 2 pairs right now that have issues, and no questions asked, man. Now, I am paying a small processing fee. I think it's like $12.50 or something like that, and it's free shipping. So check the video's link description. Today was another successful failure. Failure in the sense that we didn't catch a fish. Successful because today was my first time ever using a bait caster. It's one thing that I recommend that I haven't done on my videos before. Any of the rigging, I go on YouTube. So this specific video, I will link in the video's description on how to do a striper rig, and that worked best for me. It's stuff that is available at Walmart. Make sure my noggin doesn't get burnt. God, I knew that was gonna happen. That's gonna wrap up today's video. Learning to fish with a bait caster. If you guys like this kind of content, you wanna see more of it, make sure that you comment down below. Consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys on the next trip. God, I knew that was gonna happen. That's gonna wrap up today's video. I purchased that Batum backpack. You know, I purchased that backpack. Versailles out! And so they stopped. Let's say that, like, okay, is that like not the funniest outtake right there? I literally just caught a freaking bug in my mouth talking. Never done that before. Shit, again? Dude. I am a hot mess express today, dude.